Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kristen Trout, and I am here to talk with you this morning a little bit about our TCI journey. So TCI is Transforming Church Insight. I think I did that the right way for you to read, right? This should sound a little bit familiar to you. Hopefully most of you recall the all-church survey that was sent to us last fall. It asked a wide variety of questions, anything from what are the important elements of worship for you, to what needs improvement, what's going well, how far away from church do you live, all sorts of information, and all of that detail was then compiled by a consulting group that we are working with. And it was published into a report, our TCI report, which was then made available in early part of December. So then what? Where did it go? It didn't go off into the ether, I promise. So we, a large group, a solid handful of our membership, actually participated in a retreat this past February, along with 3 other churches from our cohort between Racine and Kenosha. These 3 churches are also going through this initiative, and it is a long-term, long-range, I'll call it church visioning process at this point. And we sat down and we took a really in-depth look at our greater church experience. What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are our hopes for the future of our church? We also talked quite a lot about the community that we serve and what discipleship means at an individual level as well at the larger congregational level. And we went through several exercises to take all of that information and focus it into what I'll call a working draft of our church's core values and our mission statement at an updated level. And I say working draft because we are just getting started. And now it's your turn to be a part of the process. Everyone's hackles are raised. Here comes the work part, right? So we are going to be asking you to take some time to sit down with your fellow churchgoers and members to also walk through these questions while those of us who have been a part of that retreat guide you through an abbreviated version of these exercises. You don't need to be there a full day and a half. We're going to walk through an abbreviated version of this to help you also arrive at your core values and mission statement for our church. And then we're going to take all of those and meld them into a larger, more ratified version of these. So your voice is needed to help define and inform those values. Now, some of you might be asking, probably not a lot, but some, Kristen, if you guys already did this work, why do we have to do it too? Do we have to? Really? You guys already did it. Can't we just use your answers? Can we look at what you did and maybe adjust it, and then we'll just use that, right? Rubber stamp it, out we go, we're done, cool. No, because that would be cheating. We are going to share the responses that our retreat team arrived at. I do promise they're not a secret, but we don't want to share them with you just yet. We're going to share them at the end of each of these sessions because we don't want to color your interpretation, and your input needs to be organic. We want this to come from you. And do all of us need to participate in this, Kristen? Yeah, you do. I am asking you to be a part of this. It's, simply put, it requires everyone's input on this. We are all a part of this church, and therefore, we are all a part of this decision. All of our voices matter for this one. You need to be here to help inform this. It's important enough, I'll add, that we can't leave it with just a handful of people to guide this mission. We can't just have a few oars guiding the ship. All of us need to have our paddles in the water guiding the ship to sea for this one. It's that important. Now, I will tell you and reassure you, it is not painful. It sounds a little corporate, right? Core values, mission statement. Sounds like we need a letterhead involved with it, but it's not. And I will tell you, it's great fellowship. And I actually had quite a lot of fun in the process when I participated in the retreat as well. We are just asking for a little bit of time. Show up, we'll help you do the work. We're looking for about just over 2 hours of your time. 2 hours, I know, she said it. Ugh, 2 hours, just a little bit over. We're going to be offering 3 different sessions right now over the course of June and into early July 2 of these sessions are going to be on a Sunday after worship, or rather after fellowship. You'll have time to stretch your legs and grab a cup of coffee, change into comfy clothes if that's what works for you. I encourage it. Come one, come all. The 3rd session will actually be on a Friday night in conjunction with Kids Night Out. So grown-ups with kiddos, we're hoping to enable you to participate in this while ensuring that your kiddos are on site, enjoying fun and fellowship with their friends as well. And if you don't have kids, you can still come as well, please. Don't feel held in by that. And thank you to Gail Meyer for helping us to coordinate that effort. That's huge, speaking as a parent. So we've talked about the what, and we've talked about the why. Let me tell you what is in it for you. As we worked through these various discussions, there were a couple of recurring themes that we found that just emerged. And one of them was a desire for deep, meaningful connection. You guys told us, you guys want to have a better relationship with each other. You really want to be able to sit down with each other and have more than just sort of that high level, hi, how are ya, peace be with you, and I will not think about you again until I see you next Sunday, right? We want to go above and beyond, which is great. I love that need. I love that desire. And I can't wait to help you guys meet that for all of us. And I say us because what caught me by surprise here was that retreat actually fed that hunger for me. And it was a hunger I didn't know I had. I had really very few expectations walking into that retreat. I thought, okay, cool. We're going to talk about goals, and we're going to talk about action plans and what's good for the church. And I'm a very goal-oriented girl. Action plans are my jam. Like, this was great, right up my alley, no problem. And that expectation was met. But what I really found encouraging and wonderful was that I left with a lighter heart, even though it was fuller. I had a chance to really sit down and talk with the members of our congregation. And these are people that I know, but maybe we only kind of talk in passing. We get a chance to say hi during fellowship. We really got to talk about life. We got to share what it means. I got to share what it means to be a disciple. I got to share what it means for me to be a part of this church. And equally important, I got to hear their stories too. And they were all different and compelling and insightful. And I really felt like I grew in that relationship with them. I'm getting emotional. Whew. It's just TCI, Kristen. No, it was a really great experience. It was lovely. And I learned a few things about our people. Number one, we have some smart cookies in this church. I didn't mean to make that sound like a surprise. I'm sorry. It's not how I meant it. But they were offering really thought-provoking conversation. They were helpful in the way that they challenged me to think, and I felt comfortable and cared for and respected while I did that. And I really think that helped ignite the right kinds of conversation that we need for this. I also had a chance to see, how do I explain this? You know them when you see them and when you talk to them, the quiet strength people. And these are the people who help guide us through these processes. They're actually probably really the people that are keeping the wheels on the bus at church and through our processes and our services and whatnot. And they really had a chance to shine during these conversations. I felt they were the voice of reason in the back of the room, gently prodding us to keep on track, gently prodding us to think about other avenues. And it was brilliant to watch that dynamic emerge and watch it shine, and I loved it. My son's waving to me. And thirdly, I was reminded of just how strong our servants' hearts are in this congregation as well. And it was beautiful to watch. You know these people when you see them 2 minutes into talking with them. They are the people who live to give, right? And it was great to see these people and be reminded of their participation in this church and what a role that they play. And they inspire me to do that as well. So I had a chance to really add these people to my heart. And while I want you to be a part of this experience because we do want your input, and it is valuable, invaluable, we definitely need it, I really want that experience for you too. I really do. I want you to have a chance to sit down together and really just kind of fall in love with each other just a little bit, whether it's for the first time or all over again. Thank you. My wish for you is that you get a chance to go through this experience and walk away with the same sense of hope and connection that I had. Because I feel strongly that at the end of the day, that's what fellowship is really all about. It really is. And we had a chance to do that, and it was beautiful. And I want that for you. And if I still haven't convinced you, I will confirm that we are going to feed you. Because at our core, we are Methodists. And food is not a core value, I asked. It's just who we are. So yes, we will feed you for all of these processes as well, after we torture you through it. I mean, have fellowship. So logistics, as I wrap up here. Sign-up sheets, physical sign-up sheets are in the narthex. They will be up through the rest of the month, probably into early June as well. You can also contact the office to sign up. I really urge you to prayerfully consider being a part of this with us, please. If you have any questions, please come ask me, come talk to Katie Nowak, come talk to Mike Dubnik. We are thrilled to answer any questions you may have. Thank you for the last 45 minutes.